today so that we can accommodate everyone with their questions. All right, so David, if you can take your seat right here on stage. There you go.
How are all of you doing?
Great.
Good.
All right, a round of sound
Thanks
for
for
David
coming.
Archuleta, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
So David, how are you doing and how does it feel to be back here in the Philippines?
How am I doing?
Yes.
Oh, I'm doing well. I'm doing great. I feel good.
Oh, a sample for yourself.
It's just fun. Everybody's been so nice as always. Filipinos are always so nice. So.
Yes, and they are very actually excited that you are here. In fact, one of them even flew from Malaysia just to see you. And
Oh, really?
Fifi is right
Oh,
here.
hey.
Yes. So David, here's what's gonna happen. We open the mic for everyone to ask any question for you, and then you can just answer right away. All right?
Sounds good.
All right. So any questions from anyone here? Anyone? Anyone? All right. We have one here.
Hi, David. It's so nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Anyway, it's been nearly 10 years since your American Idol stint. When you look back on that experience now, with so much perspective, what thoughts come to mind?
What thoughts with American Idol and the whole experience? I mean, wow, time flies. It's been over 10 years since I auditioned. I was 16 years old. I'm 26 now. A lot has happened. It's weird to think that that's almost like half of my life that has gone by since that, and that now performing in music and all this being a musician, it's been half of my life so far, and I can't believe people have been watching this whole time and following and supporting, and the American Idol brought that platform. It got my name out there, it got people watching, people became familiar with my voice and just who I was, and so it's crazy to think about who I've become because of that. It was hard. It's brought a lot of hard things for me, not just for me, but for my family as well. But we've all become stronger, and I feel like God's definitely had His hand in my life to help me become the person that I need to become.
All right. And lastly, I'd like to know, with regards to an upcoming concert, what can we expect from you? How is it different from your previous one that you did?
How is this concert different from the ones I've done before?
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's some of the old songs that the fans know. I'm going to do a couple of the OPM songs as well that I did on the OPM album last time I was in the Philippines, it was to record that album, which was a lot of fun. And I still sing one of the songs in the US, even though they're not familiar with OPM music. I still sing Forevermore because it's become one of my favorite songs to sing. And so people come back and they're like, I was crying when you sang that song. I love that song. I'm like, that's a Filipino song. So and then I'll of course be singing new music because I have the new album coming out the same day as the concert. The album's called Postcards in the Sky. And so I'll be singing some of those songs, and hopefully fans will gain new favorites from this new music.
All right. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions? Yes. Oh.
Hi, David.
Hi.
Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm Salama Hafifi.
Yes.
Uh,
I know you.
You know me?
Yes.
Okay, so I was born in Singapore. I live in Malaysia, and I work in Indonesia. This is not a question, but I feel like I represent the fans from all these three countries, you know? I just want to let you know that you still have our support, even though you were gone for 2 years. We still support you. Maybe you don't have time to come back, but yeah, just letting you know that we are still there for you.
Oh,
okay,
thank you.
Yeah, for me personally, it's no longer about you. It's no longer about the music, but it's more about you, the messages that you carry. Like it's anybody can say that, oh, love, peace, everything, but then they don't act on it, they don't show it. It's from the inside out, and I feel I'm still here because of that, because you show it from inside outside. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that as well, and I hope to go to the other countries as well.
Oh wait, the last time I saw you was 5 years ago in Malaysia, in Singapore, and you haven't aged a bit. I heard that you say
Yeah, that's a good note.
I heard that you said
That's true.
your skincare, you said you drink water, but I don't believe it. Everybody drinks water. I think it's true, actually.
I don't know. I guess my parents gave me good genes.
Wow.
'Cause every time I go out with my mom, everyone's like, "Ooh, is this your girlfriend?" Like, that's my mom. I came out of her. She's my
We all drink
mom, not my
water,
girlfriend. Sorry?
We all drink water.
Oh, I don't know. I guess
What's in the water?
I don't know. Water. That's really what I put on my face.
Is it
Water.
Utah Magic Mountain water or something? Utah's mountain water or something?
I don't
Utah.
know. Whatever water. I guess. Just water.
Okay.
Water from the. Sometimes I drink water from the faucet. I don't really care as long as it's water.
Okay.
So.
Nice to meet you. See you again.
Yeah, good to see you as well.
I think one reason that why you're looking so young as well is because you really love what you do. It really shows in how you perform and how you write your songs.
Oh, thank you.
You're always happy to do it.
Thank you.
We have another question here.
Hi, David. I'm Steve from philstar.com. I've got 2 questions for you. Number 1 is, what do you do to keep your music current? And number 2 is, what's your inspiration for your new album?
To keep the music current, I think I rely a lot on the producers that I work with, because the producers are the ones who create the sounds. And I'll work with them a lot of times. I'll say, you know what, I really like this group. I like the new Justin Bieber song, the way it does this, or I like Nico and Vince, how they use these rhythms, and like I like how Ed Sheeran keeps still the acoustic, but he adds it with this, and then the producers will kind of bring that all about. But I guess my problem is I don't worry enough. Maybe I don't worry enough about, oh, is it hip enough? Because I paid more attention to, well, what emotion does this create? So the record label, they'd always be like, well, oh, is it hip enough? Is there enough like cool sounds? And is this catchy? And I'm just like, well, does this connect? Does this express the feeling that I need to say? Does this sound, is this quiet enough so that people can hear the message or hear the words? And that's, I guess, what I focus more on. And I really rely on the producers to help me so that there's enough balance, so that it still sounds good, that people feel like, oh, I like how this sounds, while still being able to feel the message. And as far as the new, what is the inspiration behind the new album? So Postcards in the Sky, that's what it's called. It really was about connecting to just, as Imagine Dragons say, going back to my roots, you know, anyone know that song? I really felt like I needed to remind myself why I was doing music in the first place, because I kind of felt like I lost why I wanted to do this. I was so caught up in trying to please everybody, please the record label, please my management, please the lawyers, please the fans, please my family, that I didn't remember. I was like, I forgot why I liked to sing, or how it made me feel. And so this album was really a lot of what I found about myself after I took a 2-year break from music. Because I completely just stopped doing music and career to be a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ, the Latter-day Saints, or a Mormon missionary, and because I'm a Mormon. And so coming back from that, I was like, whoa, I just spent 2 years not even thinking anything about myself. It was all about how I can bring people to God, how I could just build my relationship with Him, and just serve people if they needed their walls painted, or if they needed to build their home, or if they needed help with groceries, or teaching people how to pray, things like that. And I came back and I was like, I found myself, but it was by not focusing on myself at all. I wasn't worried about how many likes I was getting on Facebook or on Instagram. I wasn't worried about, am I making my, the goals for the business and it wasn't anything about that. It was just about giving. And so I came back and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to find the motivation to keep singing and I'm not finding it. I don't know why I'm trying to write songs. Why am I performing again? Because it didn't have as much meaning as it did before. And so I really had to take a time and think, well, why do I do this in the first place? Is it to make everyone else happy? Or am I trying to, I didn't know. And so the first song I released, Numb, was about saying, you know what? I don't know if this is really what I should be doing, but I'm going to take a second chance anyway. I'm going to try music again. But I don't want to go back to where I was before, because even if there was a sold out crowd, or you're performing next to these big other big artists, and people are screaming your name and have posters with your name and face on it, even with all of that going on, I was like, why am I missing? Why am I feeling empty? And I look at the other musicians and they're feeling empty too. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm talking too much, but I needed to know that there was another reason other than just attention and for fame. I needed to have another purpose. And so I needed to learn how to give. I needed to help people connect to what I was connecting to on my mission and since then. And that's really just a relationship with God, or a relationship with other people, giving and learning how to speak up, because I didn't speak up before. And I've dealt with a lot of abuse emotionally, and I decided that I needed to open up about that, because that's really connecting with God and speaking up for myself is what has helped me find myself. And I thought, who else might be dealing with not feeling good enough? Or who else might be dealing with emotional or maybe even physical abuse, and they don't know how to get out, they don't know how to speak up for themselves, and I felt like I needed to give them a voice. So more than just like, hey, everybody loves me again, I really want them to listen to a song and say, you know what, that helped me. That helped me feel like I can speak up. I can let out my voice and it can be heard, whether it's by God or by something out there or by a family member or even a stranger. I just need to be heard. And so that's what Postcards in the Sky is about, is letting it out. Let out what you have. Let out your postcards and just put them out and have the faith that you will be heard and that you're important.
Well, thank you very much, David, for that wonderful answer. Guys, please spread that out, because a lot of people needed to hear that, especially during these days when attention is primarily the purpose of many people. Am I right? We're going to spread that out? Yes? Yes. All right, we have another question over here.
Hi, I'm Shannon from oneinmanila.com. Big fan ever since Crush. And
thank you.
I'm a lover of your old material, but now I'm an avid fan of your new ones as well. Numb and Invincible are one of my two favorite ones. Yes.
Thank you.
You've been under the radar for a really long time, but yours is a name no one ever really forgot. Crush and A Little Too Not Overused, still a popular throwback go-to. How will you reconcile your previous well-loved image as the 17-year-old angel voice heartthrob that sings about new love and heartache with your comeback image brought by your material in Postcards in the Sky?
Sorry, how
will you reconcile your image from your before?
Well, I feel like I'm the same person. I'm just singing about something else now, I guess. What's funny is, singing about those songs, like I was singing about relationships and like not being over people, and I'd never been in a relationship before. And like, to be honest, I'd never even been in a relationship until my 20s. So it was like, I always described it as I was putting myself in other people's shoes. I would even if I was writing the song, I wasn't really thinking about this is my experience. I thought, what can other people connect to? What can they relate to? And I was being more the messenger. And I feel like that as singers, a lot of times we are the messenger we can carry it to other people, and even if it's not our own experience, we can like get into character and feel it as if we were that person. Now, I want to try and do that with my own stories. And I may not be as good of a songwriter, I may not be as much of a hit maker, but I thought I want to dare to be myself and just see what it feels like to tell my own stories this time.
Thank you so much.
We have any
So
other
I don't know if I
questions?
answered your question, but...
You did
Oh, okay.
very well. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Any more? Okay, we have one.
Hi David, I'm Jamie from Soundcheck Manila.
Jamie?
This is like the fourth time I've seen you. It's so nice because I remember greeting at the airport during nandito ako. And then for Sony, during like your press launch, and then for David versus David. So it's like the fourth time. It's so nice to see you, and you're the cover photo on my Facebook page for 8 years now.
Wow.
Yes, I can show you right now.
That's dedication. Wow.
Yes, so it's so nice to see you.
Oh, thank
We look
you.
really good there in that photo. So anyways, like in my Facebook page,
Oh, on your
the cover
Facebook
photo of my Facebook page.
Okay.
Anyways, everybody knows here. Because when they open my Facebook, they see it. Anyways, sorry. To cut just cut it short. Do you still communicate with Jasmine, Yula, all those other people you met during the filming of Nandito Ako? And would you be willing to act again here in the Philippines? Thank you.
Yeah. You know, I think we had such a good time filming Nandito Ako, and we became such good friends with it. Like, it was more than just like working with people. Like, I guess I learned on a set how you really bond, because you spend every day with each other, but at the same time we had real conversations. I still, from time to time, my road manager and I still talk to them. We'll see some of the people who worked on the set and just FaceTime them. And I really loved the experience. I don't think my acting got any better from doing that, but I think it was an experience that I got enough from it that it'd be fun to do again. I'd be up for it, you know, and maybe I'll learn more Tagalog or something if I do it again. Who knows? I wouldn't mind though, because I enjoyed it so much. And for me, I guess that's my problem too. It's like, I'm not like, oh, is this a good business move or is this like a good money move? I'm just like, well, will I feel good doing it? Will I make new friends? That's always, sometimes my manager, a lot of times they would have to convince me to do events, because it's like, I was like, well, oh, you make this much money, you'll make a lot of money. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. And then they'll be like, oh, well, do this event. I'm like, oh, well, my cousin lives there. I like to see my cousin. I'll go and do that so I can spend time. Or some of my friends, it's hard for me to be motivated by business things because I like connecting just to people. But anyway, I don't. Sorry, I need to stop that. But yeah, that experience I loved because it was so fulfilling personally. I grew so much personally. But anyway, yeah.
Thank you. And do you still communicate with Jasmine or any of the co-stars?
You know, I don't. My road manager does. So she'll tell me like, oh yeah, Jasmine did that, and Yula did this. And yeah, so I'm not very good. I guess I'm very bad at keeping in touch with people. Even my own family, I'm not very good. Actually, I've gotten better with that, but I guess I could get better. I guess the person I keep in touch with is Ana Feleo, because she was my acting coach. But it's more because my road manager, she talks to everybody still, so she'll be like on the phone with them, like, hey. But yeah, I'm hoping that I'll get to see some of them this week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any more questions? Oh, we have one here.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, David. Just a follow-up question. If ever you will be coming back to doing movies or probably series here in the Philippines, what kind, what is the genre? Would it be like action, comedy, rom-com, romantic comedy? And is there anybody in mind that you would want to be paired to?
man, could you imagine me doing an action movie?
Why not?
Yes.
Why
No,
not?
I can be a samurai. I don't know.
Or it doesn't really have to be here. I mean, like when you go back to the States.
I wouldn't mind. I guess like drama would be interesting. I don't know. I guess I have to think about that. But maybe a comedy would be kind of fun to do if I learned how to be funny. Then I could actually make my friends laugh from time to time. But yeah, drama or comedy. A drama comedy.
Is there anybody in mind?
You know what I'd like to do is voiceovers. Wow. Like, because I love cartoons, I love anime, like those kinds of things. So it'd be fun to do something like that as well. All of it would be fun.
For whose cartoon?
What kind of character would you think
A
best
character,
fits your voice?
I think it'd be fun to be like some kind of animal or something. Because I don't know. I love Finding Nemo. I love, maybe a fish, because Ponyo, I like Ponyo as well.
Can we get a fish voice right now?
A fish voice? I mean, what kind of...
Perhaps any cartoon character that you'd like to do an impression of.
Blah, 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 I don't know. Bubbles or what. I guess Nemo or all of them in TikTok. But.
Like a whale talk sample.
Yeah, there you go. Like a whale. Ooh, I don't know.
All right, any more questions?
Thank you, David.
Thank you. Yeah.
Any more questions for David Archuleta? Any more? Well, David, just a question also. How do you set your Filipino fans apart from each country? Like, how are your Filipino fans different compared to other countries?
I feel like they recognize me a lot faster than anyone else does. Because even if I'm in the States, or if I'm in like the Middle East, or if I'm in South America, it's the Filipinos that always see me first. And so they're like, David, and like super fast. I don't know, like they're just quick. They know. They're very visual or something. And I'm always like, are you from the Philippines? Like, how did you know? I don't know, lucky guess, I guess. I don't know. I think also Filipinos are very passionate. They have very big hearts. They're very sensitive. They're very emotional. And I think that's what makes them love. I think that's why Filipinos connect to music so well. I don't know anyone who loves music more than Filipinos, and I don't know anyone who sings better than Filipinos either. So I think there's something in your DNA that just allows you to take in more emotion, and you have to be emotional to be into music and to be able to channel music and give it. So I think that's what. Really, I feel like they're not just excited, ecstatic fans. Like they can be that as well, but they're also very consistent, like very true fans as well.
It's very true, and some of them are even here just to see you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Any more questions for David? All right, since we don't have any more questions, actually, David, speaking of your fans, we have a special surprise for you. Coming from them. So may I please call on Stefano? Yes, please come on over. Actually, your fans, David, even though you had an hiatus, even though it's been 6 years, they've been really consistent with all of those hashtags, with all of those Facebook pages, all of those Twitters. So here he is. He is Stefano from?
I'm from David Archuleta, Philippines. Hi, David.
Hey.
I asked your fans to write a letter for you, so we chose. I'm nervous.
It's okay.
We chose some fans to be part of the letters, and as a.
It's okay.
As a fan club, we have a gift for you. We observed that you love snapbacks, so we bought Philippine-inspired.
A Filipino snapback, nice.
Alright, so please give it to David Stefano.
Thank you very much.
So I believe they compiled a lot of letters for you and the snapback as well.
Can you have a selfie? Oh, sure.
Well, let me take.
I think that's also what stands out the Filipino fans. They're
We love
master self-viewers.
And yes, guys, it's looking good.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much for this. Sorry? Can I read it? Kindly?
I think he wants you to read all the letters.
Oh, okay, yes, I will. I will read them. Thank you. I appreciate
Not
it.
today.
All right.
Actually, they even made a video compilation for you, and it's on David Archuleta Philippines. So
Oh,
if you want to watch them all, it's all there, all for you.
Gotta watch 'em all.
Yeah. I think you're very excited to do your show, right?
Yes,
Yes.
I am.
So speaking of your show, would you like to invite everyone to watch?
Yes, so just once again, October 20th, this Friday at the Kia Theater at 8 p.m. So if you guys, I invite everybody to come. We'll have a good time singing old songs. Sorry?
Will you dance?
Will I dance?
Yes, will you dance?
I mean, I will move. I don't know if I could call it dancing. I mean, I look more like a fish than a dancer.
And yes, David, can you also please invite them to get your album, which will be out on the same day of your show, right?
Yes, yeah, yes. Postcards in the Sky. I will be releasing songs that I released earlier this year, along with new ones. So there'll be 16 songs in total on this album, and I just hope that whoever listens to it, that they can feel light. My goal is for whoever listens to the music will just find light and be able to shine that brighter in them, in their lives. That's really my goal. So they can just, yeah. So I hope you enjoy Postcards in the Sky as well, and find your own voice and be happy.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, I think we have one last question.
David, can we get a chorus of Invincible, please? Because it's really beautiful.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
sure.
a good request.
Please.
Yeah, I can. So
Just the
Invincible.
chorus, please.
Yeah, I'll explain a little. Invincible is one of the songs. I wrote it about how I'm my own worst enemy. So it's like constantly fighting. I don't know if any of you ever felt like that, where you just are you're the only one holding you back is you, and the thoughts that you have. So I have that all the time, and so I was like, I'm overthinking all the time. And sometimes you just need to take a breath and realize you don't have to be perfect. It's okay, even if you mess up, you can keep trying. So that's what I'll sing it now. I'll stop. Okay. You said the chorus?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Or whichever strikes you most.
Okay. I'll sing a verse and a chorus. I started a war. I sent out the battle cry, and I've been here before, fighting me, myself, and I. When I try to prove that I'm never gonna lose, I push too hard, I push too far. Try to be brave till it's more than I can take, so many times till I realize. Take a breath, look at how you're trying to think it to death. If you're in the crossfire, don't forget that you don't have to be invincible. Take a step, even if you fall, it ain't over yet. If you're in the crossfire, don't forget that you don't have to be invincible. Oh, no. Oh. All right.
Round of sound for David Archuleta. Oh my God, that brought shivers everywhere. So David, if you can stand right here in the middle so that they can take a good photo of you. Yes. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, David Archuleta performs live in Manila at the Kia Theater on Friday, October 20, 2017, 6 years after his last concert at the Archuleta Coliseum, which was also produced by Ovation Productions. Once again, the front act will be Pipi Dos Santos. Ticket prices are as follows: 3,750, 2,750, and 1,750. Tickets are now available at www.ticketnet.com.ph and all Ticketnet outlets nationwide. My name is Kathy. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, David. It was a really inspirational press conference by far.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah. You've got a good handshake, by the way.
Oh, yes. Very
yeah.
fun.
You guys have to shake her hand. She's got a good handshake. Yeah.
Thank you.